There's a scene in the movie where Emily Blunt's character and the other protagonist, the male, the dude, they're like trying to unpack and relive an old memory that have been blocked off and an experience that happened to them, and they were trying to go back and like access it. So when that happened, Emily Blunt's character went into her old childhood room, and the entire room is filled with butterflies all over the wallpaper, and butterflies hanging around, and like little mock butterflies and decorations of butterflies everywhere. And the creepy part about that and what was actually happening at that point in the movie probably is implying some type of connection to Project Monarch.
The flutter, a feeling of lightheadedness, as if floating. This is what a person feels when trauma is induced by electroshock. They call it Monarch, named for the butterfly's transformation, from a caterpillar to a dormant cocoon to a new creation, programmed to return to its point of origin. But this is no natural metamorphosis. This is a descent into a nightmare, a systematic shattering of the human soul to create the perfect puppet. The roots of this horror stretch back through centuries, through the hidden knowledge of ancient mystery religions. But its modern form was perfected in the 20th century's darkest chapter. Nazi Germany, obsessed with eugenics and control, pioneered the medical techniques. At Auschwitz, the infamous doctor, Joseph Mengele, the angel of death, analyzed the effects of trauma bonding and electroshock on children. In Dachau, inmates were placed under hypnosis and given hallucinogenic drugs. This wasn't just brutality, it was research. After the war, this research didn't die. It was secretly imported into the United States, under Operation Paperclip.
As you just saw, all of that shit was happening, like with Nazi scientists. They were doing really fucked up experiments, especially with like twins and stuff, and trying to see if they could invoke reactions in one twin when they were performing certain things on the other twin, trying to figure out the link and the connection between two people and all this type of stuff. They're like collapsing people's personalities and their whole psychology and everything, and creating a whole alter ego, and then allowing one of those personalities to do whatever, and that alter ego is something that can be accessed and like experience things, and perhaps at some point be triggered to do whatever they implanted or tried to direct with all of that. Now, the weird part with that is that through that type of shit, when you hear stuff like that, it might seem like, what? So they're just like making them, just mind controlling people and making them like hallucinate and alter world? Kind of. But the weird thing about that, what I was getting into with reality and weird shit in the beginning, if you actually tap into the way that we interact and construct the world that we're experiencing, and if you go that deep at that level, you can almost literally create a world that is like a parallel reality, not any less real than the base reality that we're all experiencing, like an offshoot, like a parallel world that is just as real in the sense of whatever we interpret as reality. So, a lot of that weird shit, honestly, there might be some other alien intelligence like acting on that same mechanism that is a psychological phenomena of just existing, but also humans and people behind the scenes know all of this shit, and they probably use the same mechanism and manipulation to try to produce the same weird results, phenomena, and perhaps extract certain things from it.